Welcome back. It is Wednesday, May 3rd in the MLB. Our three favorite picks are on the way. My name's Austin from Calling Our Shot. Welcome to the channel. Let's recap yesterday first. Hey, bring out the brooms. A 1-0 day. It was a very weird day across the MLB, and we'll talk about it in a second. Now, if you watched the video yesterday, you'd be like, Austin, you gave out 3 plays. Yes, you are right. One of them was the no on first inning in the Braves-Marlins game. That got it done. The other one was the Mets-Tigers under 8.5. Got postponed. I would not run it back today. Different pitcher matchups. And then Ohtani, which took us over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. And he didn't play either. So a 1-0 day, we'll take it. 14-2 run. We've been really doing really well in the MLB. Let's keep it going today. Now, unfortunately, our parlay of the day streak ended. We hit 2 in a row. Yesterday did not get it done. Bryson's not. Come on, man. We wanted better from you. But we do have another parlay of the day. We do it every Monday through Friday. If you want to check it out, top link in the description. Go check it out. It's already live by the time this video is live. And if you ever need any sportsbook sign-up bonuses, those are also all down below in the description. Now, like I said, Logan, he's still gone until Sunday, but we're going to dive into our favorite picks. And you know what? We're going to go to the state that he's in right now, and that's Arizona. While the team's not playing there today, I'm going to go with my first pick, the Diamondbacks on the money line, plus 106 on FanDuel. If you can get this at plus value, much prefer that. I think it opened up actually at minus 120, but they've seen a lot of money come in on the Rangers. We've seen the lines kind of switch to Rangers being favored around minus 120. Now, if you know Logan, he obviously is normally on these videos. I'll be back on Sunday. I don't know if he has many more days. We don't give him many days off over here. But joking aside, let's talk about why we like the Diamondbacks. Now, he does his line reading. I want to do a little bit of line reading here because it's easy to just sit back, see a minus 120 home favorite, which is what the Rangers are today. Just load it into your parlay and say, all right, let's do it. However, I just don't think it's that easy. And here's why I like the Diamondbacks. Now, for starters, I'm going to be honest, I don't know how to pronounce the Diamondback starter's last name. I'll learn how to do it because he's a rookie. He's making actually his first ever career start. I think he's Brandon Paft. I'd probably butchered that, but we're counting on him to start up and do his thing today. Now, if you were to watch Brandon in the minor leagues where he's been his whole career, he's like 24 years old. He's rocking a 3.91 ERA, 1.18 whip. He has struck out 30 batters in 25 and a third innings pitched. So he's had those put away pitches, and this is a Rangers team that is prone to striking out. And now they don't normally, they're not like the worst team at strikeouts. They're very middle of the pack, kind of, of that. But I think when you look at a guy that's making a rookie start, obviously, it could go either way. He could come out here and get absolutely destroyed. He's not ready for prime time. Well, that could have potential. And you don't really put a guy that's making his first start as plus 106 on the money line, in my opinion, unless you think he's going to at least come out here and pitch pretty well. And I think he certainly can do that. Now, you look at on the other side, Andrew Heaney's going to start for the Rangers. And Heaney's a known commodity. He's been around for a while, rocking a 4.38 ERA and a 1.22 whip. Very mediocre numbers. In fact, those are basically his numbers on his career. He's a mediocre pitcher. He's going to have good starts. He's going to have bad starts. And hopefully we're getting a bad start today. If you look at his first start of the year, gave up 7 earned runs. If we can get 7 earned runs, I have faith that Brandon can hold it down. Now, when you're seeing it going up against the rookie pitcher, you have no idea, no film against that guy. So maybe this Rangers team come in here and they're just like all over the place. Maybe they have the day off tomorrow. Maybe they just don't even do any film study. They're just like, we'll go out there and wing it. And when you wing it against the MLB pitcher and making his first start, I think you can get it done. But let's get back to Heaney, though. And Heaney, look, he's capable of giving up bad starts. 7 earned runs. He's allowed 2 and 3 earned runs in his last 2 starts in. He's a lefty. The Diamondbacks, decent against lefties. In fact, they have the 11th highest batting average versus lefties. They've seen them well this season. The team with the 10th highest batting average is the Orioles. Now, you might be like, Austin, why the heck are you bringing up the Orioles here? Well, the team that lit up Heaney for 7 earned runs in his first start was the Orioles, a team that hits lefties decently. So I think the Diamondbacks can come in here, give our guy Brandon some run support in his first ever start. And what does Heaney want to do? He kind of relies on striking people out. You look at his last 2 starts, he's been dialed in. He's had some strikeouts of 10 strikeout games this season, but this is an Arizona team, averages the second fewest strikeouts in the league. And Heaney also a guy that's walked 2+ batters in 4 of his last 5. He's hit a batter in 3 straight games. So the command hasn't really been there. He's just been getting lucky going up against some bad hitting teams like the Athletics, who can't hit lefties well, the Yankees, who have really struggled versus lefties this season. When you get a team that's decent against lefties like the Diamondbacks are, I think we can see them get some run support for our boy Brandon. And I think we could see the Diamondbacks win this game at plus 106. Look, everyone might have backed the Diamondbacks yesterday. They had Zach Gallen on the mound. They had a 4-1 lead, and they blew that. Now, if you get to the bullpen, hopefully they don't blow a lead for us and our boy Brandon, but I don't think they will. I think they'll be able to hold it down here. The bullpens are very, there's not a big edge. If you want to give a little bit of an edge, it's probably to the Rangers, but like I said, I think that this Diamondbacks team could come in here, get us a win at plus 106. I think it's good value. Logan's out in Arizona. Like I said, he said he'd hug a cactus if the Diamondbacks don't win. He might not have said that, but I'm going to hold him to it. Now let's move on to my second play. Normally I would do a player prop here, but I'm tired of getting these dang player props voided because they don't hit. They don't get up to play. They don't even bat. I'm tired of it, so I'm going to take a day off from it. Hopefully all the guys that I wanted to bet on rest today, and they'll be back tomorrow, and we can bet on them then. But I'm going to go to another game pick. I'm going to the Yankees-Guardians game, taking the over 3.5 runs in the first 5 innings, currently minus 130 on BetMGM. Now, before you say, Austin, this is at 4 on my book. I will talk about that right now. I'd still take it at 4. Obviously, you're going to get about plus 100, plus 105 value, maybe minus 105. It's better value than the minus 130 I'm laying here, but there's a chance that you obviously would push if this ends with 4 runs. So do what you want with your money. Personally, rather pay a little bit of juice at minus 130. Now, for the people on FanDuel, like, awesome, I'm not paying minus 145 juice. I got you covered. Now, on FanDuel, you can go to the first 5 innings tab of their section, and you can actually take some alt lines and same game parlay them. So what do I mean? On FanDuel, if you go to that first 5 innings, there is a way to alt run line. You can take the alt run line of the Guardians plus 2.5, and you can take the over 3.5 first 5 innings. I think you get about plus 100 on that. I think that's pretty safe. I mean, honestly, I think if this over 3.5 hits, the Guardians are probably covering the plus 2.5. If you want me to ever run through how to do exactly that same bet, I can do it on FanDuel. I'm just pulling up my screen, but I think that one's a pretty safe one. But without further ado, let's talk about why we actually like the Guardians and Yankees over 3.5 in the first 5. Now, for starters, on the mound for the Yankees will be Clark Schmidt, and I've picked on him a lot this season. I feel bad for doing it. I'm going to do it again today because he's rocking a 6.84 ERA, 1.68 WHIP. Look, he's done a great job getting batters to strike out, 8 strikeouts in his last 2 starts. However, if he's not getting them to strike out, well, he's normally giving up hits and runs. And this is a Guardians team that strikes out the 3rd fewest in the league. If I didn't mention it, the Diamondbacks strike out the 2nd fewest in the league, and for the Diamondbacks pick. So I don't think Haney's going to get a lot of strikeouts today either. And we look at Schmidt. He's allowed 3, 4, 3, 4, 0, and 5 earned runs in his last 6 starts this season. Now, you look at one of those starts, gave up 0 earned runs. Well, he gave up 3 unearned runs in that start. He gave up 2 homers. So at the end of the day, he's been giving up runs. And I think that the Guardians, a team that if you were to bet this over 3.5 in the first 5 the last 2 days, congrats, you're 0-2. They've only managed 2 runs in each of those 2 games. I think maybe this is a game where the bats start to wake up a little bit. I think the full game over, not a terrible look either. But I think when you're going to see these 2 offenses, the offense either gets going early or it never gets going. That's just how it works. I think these 2 teams need to get out so they get their bats really cooking early, and I think they can do it against Clark Schmidt for the Guardians. That is, there is a world where Clark Schmidt gives up 4 runs by himself, and we hit this over, but I also think the Yankees can get up some runs against Shane Bieber. Now, Shane Bieber's a great starter. I'm not going to pick many holes into his game. He's a very good guy. I mean, he's got a sub, 3.1-ish ERA, 1.1 WHIP. Yeah, he's great. I'm not going to come out here and say, you know what, Shane Bieber's given up 10 earned runs today. That's probably not going to happen. But Shane Bieber has been struggling getting people to strike out, which was his calling card over the first, couple of years of his career, especially over the last couple of years. Only 4 strikeouts in his last 4 starts, and exactly 4 strikeouts on the dot. Now, Bieber also allowed 3 earned runs, or 2 or plus earned runs in all 5 starts in April. So he hasn't been great recently, and that included 1 start against the Yankees when he gave up 2 earned runs in that start. Now, sure, the Yankees are missing guys like Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton. We would love that those guys were in that lineup today, but maybe that means Bieber doesn't come in as locked in. Maybe he's not as locked in against other guys like Anthony Volpe, a rookie. Maybe he's not as locked in because Aaron Judge isn't in the lineup today. But regardless of that, we've seen actually some Yankees who will be in the lineup likely today with some good splits. You see Gleyber Torres batting 546 against Shane Bieber, IKF batting 500, LeMahieu 333, Rizzo 400. So these guys have all had success against Bieber in their career, and we're not asking Bieber to give up 6 earned runs, but it is worth noting Bieber 4 starts last year with 4 or more earned runs, yet to have one of those types of starts this season. So maybe a catastrophic start is coming in the horizon here for him, but I'm not counting on Bieber to give up a lot of runs. I expect Schmidt to give up, maybe 2, 3 earned runs. I think the Yankees could get us 1 or 2 runs against Bieber, but with the potential to give up more, I think this is a good one. I'm going to take the over 3.5 runs in the first 5 in this Yankees-Guardians game. I think it's a really good one. Obviously, it's in Yankee Stadium, which is a hitter-friendly ballpark. A home run, a fly ball to left or right field. Pretty short porches. I think they put one in the bleachers. Give me the over 3.5 in that first 5. Now, from the third and final play, I think you guys know what time it is. Yeah, get the music going because it's Murphy Nation time. Yesterday, we cashed out. Sandy is the GOAT. I wish Sandy could start every single game for us, but unfortunately, that's not how the MLB works. Maybe one day. Sandy is the man, but today we're going to a different one. Today, we're actually getting a little bit of plus value if that interests you. Now, let's talk about the one that I picked out today, and it's going to be in the Baltimore Orioles versus Kansas City Royals game. And I'm taking the no-run first inning, currently plus 105 on BetMGM. Now, usually you'll see Logan and I not take a lot of plus money nerfies, but I think this one stands a chance, and there's a couple reasons why. Now, for starters, if you do some line reading, you're on FanDuel, and FanDuel, I'd honestly argue, is probably one of the sharper books in terms of just regular lines. Not the sharpest book in the world, that would be Pinnacle, but they are a sharp book, and they have this nerfy actually at minus 115. So you look at the over under in this game, sitting at around 9.5. A lot of people on the over, and yet you got an over under at 9. But you got a nerfy on FanDuel at minus 115. So it's clearly they're like, all right, fine, take the nerfy. However, I think the no one first inning stands a chance here today. I'm not saying that you should take the full game under. I've seen plenty of these games with the Orioles, especially where they score 0 runs in the first inning, and the next inning they're scoring like 5. That's how the team cooks. And let's talk about these two pitchers. Now, Kyle Gibson's going to lead us off. Actually, he's going to probably pitch in the bottom half of the inning against the Royals team, but I haven't flip-flopped on my screen. So Kyle Gibson, he will start for the Orioles. He's actually going to have to get us the last 3 outs. You look at Gibson, 4-2 this season on no run first inning. So the Royals are 22nd in first inning runs. Salvador Perez, who's normally at the top of their lineup in that 2-3 spot, he got injured yesterday. Maybe he plays today. Honestly, wouldn't mind if he played because he is, batting 136 and 44 plate appearances versus Gibson. But either way, this is a Royals team that has struggled to get out the gates. I think they can struggle here today against Gibson. He's a solid starter. He's had very capable of good starts before in his career. I think he can get us 3 outs. Now, Zach Greinke's going to have to start for the Royals on the other side. And while you don't normally like to back Greinke, if I'm ever going to back him, it's when he's at home, which is where he is today. Greinke, 4-2 this season on nerfies, 3-0 at home. We know the home and road splits are ridiculous. So I think Greinke can come in here, get us the first 3 outs, throw it to Gibson. You look at the Orioles. They do score a lot of runs, still 28th in first inning runs. A team very slow to get it started. And the over-under, like I said, set to 9. They're obviously going to get pretty decent value over here, but I think this is a pretty good one. I like our chances here. Greinke to come up and get us those first 3 outs. Gibson to get us those first 2 outs, our last 3 outs. And I think we have a good chance at plus 105. I'll take a stab at it. There isn't a lot of great nerfies out on the slate. Love to avoid double headers. Don't really like betting those. So I think this one has a chance. We'll take it. Plus 105 on BetMGM. Sign me up for a plus money nerfy. The live streams will return soon for the people that have been asking for them. Promise maybe today, maybe tomorrow, I'll bring back the live streams. But those are 3 favorite plays of the day. Scrolling at the bottom, Diamondbacks money line. Yankees, Guardians, over 3.5 first 5. And we're taking the Royals and Orioles nowhere on first inning. 3 favorite plays. Let's continue this 14-2 run. Let's make it 17-2 today. If you want to check out our parlay of the day, like I said, top link in the description. Go check it out. 3 hitters, 3 players to get 1 hit. Doesn't sound so difficult. It shouldn't have to be. I'll see you guys back in tomorrow for some more picks. If you want to check out our NBA video, pop up on the screen right with our parlay of the day. You can just click that link. I don't know why my thing keeps cutting off randomly at the 12-minute mark, but that's just how it works. Love you guys. Have a great day. See you guys back in tomorrow.